Celebrities. Individuals that are celebrated, who receive fame and attention for their bold personalities, talents, or merely for being born into a family with existing celebrity ties. In the past century, the power and influence of celebrities has grown to an unfathomable magnitude, each acting as leaders of their own pseudo-empires of fans and followers. It's no surprise that people don't just want to follow celebrities, they want to impersonate them. Historically, impersonators have embodied political figures to make bold public statements. But in the modern age, impersonators travel all around the globe, hired to entertain parties, corporate events, and exhibitions. But who are these impersonators who find their purpose living their life as someone else? My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with some of Hollywood's most revered impersonators to find out what it's really like to live the secondhand life of a celebrity. What kind of hardships come from impersonating someone who has millions of worshipping fans? How does living the life of someone who is so revered affect these lookalikes' sense of self-worth? Is life as a celebrity impersonator fulfilling, or is it a one-way ticket to a shallow existence filled with envy and personal disdain? Hi, Allie, aka Marilyn Monroe.
How do you do, darling?
Kiss on the hand.
Jason Thompson, aka Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
You have the power.
Michelet, the #1 Beyonce impersonator in the world.
You got it.
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching me about the wondrous world of celebrity impersonation.
Oh, hey, well, you can let go now. Baby. Oh, hot to trot. How are you, mate?
So what do you consider yourself? Are you a celebrity impersonator, a professional lookalike?
Well, I'm an impersonator comedian. I'm a comic MC and host and singer. I sing in all my characters.
I guess it's just a celebrity impersonator, a Beyonce impersonator.
You know, it's basically all the same thing. It's
Yeah.
different words to describe the same kind of work we do.
You just don't care.
I don't care.
How long have you been into impersonating celebrities?
It's been about 7 years already.
I've been impersonating Beyonce for 5 years.
Well, I started doing it when I was a bit cheeky at the back of my at the back of the class, because I was one of those guys at the back of the classroom, you know.
Yeah.
No one can stab you with a compass.
Have you been stabbed with a compass before?
A little bit. I've been stabbed, yeah.
What first made you want to start impersonating?
Initially, it wasn't impersonation, it was drag performing. Once I transitioned and I did Beyonce, then I just started getting booked for Beyonce.
Do you wish you were actually the person that you're impersonating?
Well, in a way, I would hope I wouldn't wish that because I would be dead.
Well, to be honest, when I saw the movie, I went, oh my God, that guy's like me in real life. There's a little bit of me in the character.
So the first time you saw it, you related?
I thought, that's like me, with a highlight text to it.
No, I'm so happy with my life personally because while I impersonate Beyonce, it's not that I want her life.
When you're hired as an impersonator, what kinds of things is it usually for?
So I do prides, I do clubs.
It's a lot for corporate gigs, high-end private parties, so I do high-end stuff.
Well, I did a Prada ad campaign over this summer.
Oh, just Prada.
Just Prada.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you typically charge for an appearance?
Some set their rates really high. Some will say they can't work for less than $700 per hour.
$700 an hour?
An hour, yes.
Whoa, that's like how much you can make an entire day at Steak and Shake.
$700 a day at Steak and Shake.
Anything from like 500, 600 to $2,000 if I'm overseas, $2,000 plus all expenses, like I'm off to Australia to host a big thing for the prostate cancer in my own town, and that's all expenses paid, hotels.
What's your go-to catchphrase when you're impersonating?
Well, it's just the standard lines like, yeah, baby, hey, baby. Oh, don't see my mojo, baby. All the standard ones.
I would say it would be like the uh-oh dance. Everybody knows that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Anthony. What do you think, darling? Is it a good birthday for you?
Yeah. My favorite 13th birthday ever. Do you feel pressure to constantly be in character?
Not really. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, you know, like I said, hearing me now, this is me, and when I go into Austin, it's a bit of a fine line, right?
I'm totally myself 100%. Anytime you meet me or a person meets me, it is me. Like I said, I don't desire to have her life or be her off of stage.
How do you feel when someone mistakes you for Beyonce?
It lets me know that I'm like doing the right job.
You're like,
right?
I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
When you capture the spirit of a character, people forget about the, you know, the glasses, the wigs, or, you know, after a while, it's just like when you have a mate, you might notice the pimple on your face, but after a while you're forgetting that you're now connecting, you're not noticing that anymore.
Oh great, I thought my audience wouldn't notice my pimple.
Molly.
If you were to teach someone the basics of being your character, what do you think the basic first thing would be that you would teach them?
The overall look, of course, hair, makeup, the costume, I mean, and the dance moves are muy importante. Should I say that right?
Yeah. Muy importante.
My agent
Yeah.
told me that with whatever I say, I need to say it in a way as if I'm having an orgasm at the same moment. That's all it takes, really.
What's been your favorite moment impersonating?
My most recent moment, like in Puerto Rico, when I did their Pride, I mean, it was magical. I mean, it was like a sea of people, and like they were so appreciative and so loving, and you know, they were singing along, and I mean, you would have literally thought I was Beyonce.
And what's been your most bizarre fan interaction?
I actually impersonate someone else as well.
Who else do you impersonate?
Do you want to guess who it would be? You probably never in a million years guess.
Taylor Swift.
Very good.
Taylor Swift?
You got it.
You impersonate Taylor Swift?
You're a genius, baby. So one day I was doing another YouTube job, and I had to show up as Taylor. And so I pull up at a stoplight, and all of a sudden, there was these people on the corner, and they start pointing at me, and then they start screaming, and then before I know it, I had about 10 people run into the street.
Wait.
Yes. In front of my car, and they're like, we love you. They're like throwing themselves practically on the ground, and I was just having fun. I was blowing them back kisses, and they, you know, of course that was getting them even more excited.
Yeah.
I had sent in the mail once.
You had in your mailbox.
Actually, someone sent it to my local bar.
And it was for you?
It was entitled Impersonator Jason Tom. Open up as a human.
What?
Some disgruntled fan, I might have said something like, you know.
How do your parents feel about your career?
I come from a very hardcore place, like Oakland, East Oakland. And so like, it's very like, you know, hood. So like my dad wasn't even going for it. But I guess now that he's come around to that, and now that like I'm the #1 Beyonce impersonator, he thinks that is actually cool. Like,
He's like, as long as you got a #1 next to your name.
He's like, I see you up there shaking your ass.
Has your work interfered with any personal relationships?
It does, because a lot of people think I'm too, you know, intense. It's like,
He's his own show. I think that.
Am I upstaging you?
Do you hope someday someone learns how to handle? Do you hope that someday someone will learn how to handle
my
you?
prince will come. And yes, I'm gay.
He's looking for a prince. Give him a prince. Hit him up.
gay, but my boyfriend is.
Do you think celebrity culture in general has affected society in a positive or negative way?
Depends on your content. You know, some people are just trying to do it because they're, you know, look at me, hands up those who love me, and it's all just likes. But are you saying anything? Are you inspiring the world? Are you a good role model?
Celebrities literally influence our world like hugely. You know
More
what I
than
mean?
politicians most of the
Yeah,
time.
for sure. The influence that you have on this world is great. I think it's very important to realize what your platform is and what you're doing with it.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Just acting in general.
You just wanted to be a
There
performer.
wasn't a particular person I wanted to be like. I just wanted to perform.
So I wanted to be an architect at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, totally.
Were you studying it?
No, never.
Yeah.
I actually went to school for nursing.
So we almost had a Beyonce nurse.
Yeah.
What's the best part about being a celebrity impersonator?
I love getting to, you know, go to work and hang out with your friends and make good money and make people happy and have a nice little escape from your real life.
I say the first class flights.
First class flights? Yeah. And what do you think the worst part is?
The worst part is I tend to have these stressful nightmares sometimes. And it's always about, I show up to the gig and I forget the wig or I forget the lashes, and it's like, you just freak out. It's like, no, you know, because you can't go on like that. And it's really stressful having those dreams.
So, what do you think the biggest misconception about being a character impersonator is?
Well, a lot of people get angry because you know, they sometimes get threatened by it all. And
Why do they get threatened?
By you being free, they don't know how to respond. You know, they almost get angry because you're challenging them by you being so free, you know, because they might have all these filters and layers and masks on. You're exposing them, and they don't like that.
Because they don't want to look behind the curtain at themselves.
They don't. Well, they've been so conditioned and had their blossoms pulled off. And
Yeah.
put these plastic ones on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go to your room, and then all that following the script, and that's why they're
Right.
mood altering through whatever to go and find their bliss.
I would say that we actually want their life.
Yeah.
Like we want to skin them and wear their skin.
I'm not impersonating Hannibal Lecter.
No.
It's funny because I saw a comment that wanted to know if you ever thought about killing the person and taking over their life.
Yo, people are crazy. I think that is just sick. Like,
People, I don't know. People get stuff worked up in their head
Morbid
because they don't
imaginations.
understand. They don't understand.
I mean, well, okay, well, that's why we're here to set the record straight,
Yes,
right?
yes.
No, I don't want to crawl into Beyonce's skin. I would never want to replace her. She is actually an inspiration to me, and without her, you know, I wouldn't be doing this.
People say I look like Kit Harington. Do you think I could make a good Kit Harington impersonator?
Oh, I do see a resemblance.
I'm Jon Snow.
Very nice.
Marilyn approved.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah?
Totally. Like, and you were like almost talking crap, like.
Jon Snow comments that I'm constantly being barraged with are just damaging to my self-esteem.
Oh,
like
that
a
video was a
diss?
joke. That
Okay.
video was a joke.
Because he is fine.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
No, I think you're doing exactly perfect what you're doing now. I mean, you play you're good. See?
I wasn't expecting that answer, but I like that answer.
Oh, please subscribe to Anthony Padilla. Like, click, subscribe. Do you?
All right, you got 5 seconds to promote anything you want directly to camera. Go.
Hello, darlings. If you'd like to get in touch, my Instagram is Miss Alley Cat. I'll see you over there.
Follow me on all social media platforms. It is Miss Chalet.
Well, you can look me up on Instagram. It's Jason Scott Thompson.
Thank you so much,
Ooh, my
Allie. I feel like I
pleasure.
now fully understand the wondrous world of celebrity impersonation.
I'm so glad I could help you out in that way.
After spending the day with these celebrity impersonators, I've come to realize just how much work is put into honing in on a specific character they had the fortune of being born looking like or relating to most. They used what they were given to make an incredible opportunity for themselves while entertaining fandoms all across the world, which is something highly respectable in its own right. See you later, bye guys.
Oh, press or like, baby.
Since you wanted to see the uh-oh dance, I'll give you the uh-oh dance. And
Yes!
you better subscribe to Anthony Padilla.
Yes!
You ready?
Yes! Yes!